Hello everyone and welcome to Barca News. It is Saturday, June 11th, 2022 and the weekend is finally here. But despite it being a weekend, the news does not take a day off and there's a lot of exciting news that I have to share with you. News about Manchester United first offer for Frenkie De Jong, news about the club's financial situation, and news about several players that Barcelona are currently interested in. We have a lot to discuss. So let's begin. Hello everyone, my name is Mo and I created this channel so it could be a one-stop shop for all Barcelona fans where they can come here and get the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Whether it be transfer rumors, injury updates, post-match analysis, or anything else, you can find it here. So I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Now we'll begin with the news that Barcelona have finalized their preseason schedule. They were initially scheduled to play Inter Miami in Miami, Florida, and New York Red Bulls in Newark, New Jersey. However, they have added two more stops, one against Real Madrid in Las Vegas and the other one against Juventus in Dallas. So it looks like there will be a summer Clásico and it looks like the preseason is set for the North American tour in the United States. This is of course great news because we will see Xavi finally begin his project from scratch. Now when he took over, it was mid-season. He had taken over a team that was built by his predecessor, Ronald Koeman. Well, now we will see Xavi begin with a clean slate, testing players in different positions and even testing players who have graduated from Masia, and soon enough we'll see him trying out new players that the club will acquire. This is of course very exciting and I can't wait to see Xavi begin his own project, and I can't wait to see the team that he will build for the upcoming season. Now on to the news that Barcelona have rejected Manchester United's first offer for Frenkie De Jong. Now the English club made an offer worth 60 million euros with 10 million euros in variables. And it seems that Barcelona have rejected this offer. However, they have said that they will continue the talks with Manchester United and that they will continue the negotiations. Well, now it's reported that Barcelona will not accept anything below 100 million euros. Now, as I've reported previously, Manchester United are very interested in acquiring Frenkie De Jong. Their current coach, Erik ten Hag, is keen on having Frenkie De Jong being part of this reconstruction project that Manchester United will undergo. Now, of course, Frenkie De Jong has said he does not want to leave Barcelona, and he definitely does not want to leave to a team that will not be playing the Champions League next season. And there's also the issue of Xavi. He too initially was saying that he didn't want Frenkie De Jong to leave, but it is reported that recently he's become more agreeable to the fact that Frenkie De Jong might end up leaving, especially because it is now reported that Barcelona are looking to replace Frenkie De Jong with Bernardo Silva. Now Bernardo Silva is Xavi's #1 option, and Bernardo Silva has said that he wants to leave Manchester City to go to Spain to be closer to his family. But it is reported that Manchester City will ask for around 100 million euros to let the Spanish midfielder leave. While you might ask, how is Barcelona going to save money if they're going to make 100 million euros off the Frenkie De Jong deal and they're going to turn around and spend it on acquiring another player? Well, the way that Barcelona would save money is through the salary. Now, Frenkie De Jong currently has one of those Bartomeu notorious ascending contracts. Those contracts that say that a player will earn, that a player's salary will increase with every season despite his performance. We saw this with the likes of Dembélé, Griezmann, and even Philippe Coutinho, where the salaries kept astronomically rising with every season despite their poor performances. Well, Frenkie De Jong has the same ascending contract that Bartomeu issued to him. His contract expires in 2025 and his salary will continue to rise with every season until the end of his contract. It is reported that he will currently make 90 million euros, and those 90 million euros will continue to increase until 2025. While if Bernardo Silva does come to Barcelona, his salary will be around 8 to 9 million euros. This is of course a lot less than the 19 million euros that Frenkie De Jong will earn in this upcoming season, and it's a lot less then the higher salary that Frenkie De Jong will continue to see with every season until 2025. Speaking of the club's financial situation, it looks like La Liga's president Javier Tebas is now having a change of behavior and a change of attitude towards Barcelona. As I've reported previously, Javier Tebas had stated in the media that Barcelona could not afford to sign any new players unless they sold assets and unless they sold current players. This, of course, caused Robert Lewandowski's agent, Pinisabi, to call Joan Laporta because they were freaking out by these statements and they were worried that Barcelona would not be able to sign Lewandowski. While Joan Laporta, during his phone call, promised Lewandowski's agent that Barcelona will be going after Lewandowski and that they will do everything in their power to sign him. And after this phone call, Joan Laporta addressed Javier Tebas' statements, telling him with all due respect to stop talking about Barcelona, that all he's doing with his statements is hurt the club, and that as a president of La Liga, he should be looking out for that entire league and all of the clubs in that league. Well, yesterday, Javier Tebas seemed to change his tone regarding Barcelona. He made some statements in the media saying that Barcelona are a money-making machine and that of course they'll be able to get out of the financial hole that they're currently in. He also said that even though Barcelona are currently under the 3-to-1 rule, that if Barcelona made 500 million euros, they'd be able to be released from this rule and they will be able to trade at a 1-to-1 rule. Now, what does this mean? Well, the 3-to-1 rule was a rule that La Liga instituted and applied to Barcelona because of the huge losses that we saw under the previous president, Josep Maria Bartomeu. And this rule says that Barcelona would only be able to use a third of the money that they make. So for example, if we sold Frenkie De Jong for 100 million euros, we would only be able to use 33 million euros out of those 100 to sign a new player. This is of course very debilitating to the club. It makes signing new players very difficult and it makes the situation of the club much more difficult to get out of. However, as Javier Tebas said, that if we do make 500 million euros in profit, we would be able to be released from this rule. Now, Joan Laporta has said that if the members of the club do vote for the financial levers, we would definitely be able to be released from this rule. Now, what are the financial levers? Well, these are financial deals that the board of directors are currently trying to close that would see the sale of the Barca licensing merchandise and would also see the sale of Barca media rights. Now, I reported about this with more details in a previous video that I will leave the link for down below. Well, given that Barcelona is a member-owned club, these deals cannot go through unless the club's members vote on it. And there's a vote set on 16th of this month where Joan Laporta hopes that the club members will approve these deals. And if they do, it would see the club earn more than the 500 million euros, and it would see us getting released from that 3-to-1 rule, and it would see us once again trading like a normal club, and we would see us once again putting that power back into the club. Now, if these deals were to go through, of course, it would allow us to register players that we've already acquired, such as Frank Kessie and Andreas Christensen. It would also allow us to register contracts that we have renewed, such as that of Ronald Araujo and Sergi Roberto. And finally, it would allow us to sign new players such as Robert Lewandowski and the two Chelsea defenders, Marcos Alonso and Cesar Azpilicueta. Now, speaking of Cesar Azpilicueta, the Spanish defender, he had negotiated originally a deal with the Chelsea sporting director for them to let him go because he wanted to go back to Spain and be close to his family. Well, now it seems that the new ownership of Chelsea are backing down from this promise. Cesar Azpilicueta currently has a contract until 2023, and the club and the English club has an option to renew that contract for 1 more year. Well, it is reported that the new ownership of Chelsea wants Cesar Azpilicueta to stay until 2023. They will not exercise their option to renew until 2024, but they do want him to continue his contract. Hopefully this does change and Chelsea does live up to their word, and they do end up releasing the Spanish player so we can see him at the Camp Nou next season. Now, speaking of Cesar Azpilicueta, Barcelona had originally reported that they will be renewing Dani Alves' contract until the World Cup so he can be ready and fit for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar. However, it is now reported that since Barcelona renewed Sergi Roberto, and if Serginho Dest does end up staying at the club, and if the club does end up acquiring Cesar Azpilicueta, then they most likely will not be renewing Dani Alves' contract. Because of course Serginho Dest and Cesar Azpilicueta both play as a right back, and we've also seen Sergio Roberto play in that right back position. So if the club does renew Dani Alves, we would be talking about 4 players for one position. Of course, that'd be way too much, too many players, and it would be way too expensive for just one position. So if that all those factors do happen, Barcelona will not be renewing Dani Alves' contract. Now on to the news that Barcelona's Vice President of Finance, Romeo, has stated that Barcelona are currently renegotiating their deal with Nike. Of course, Nike is one of the club's main sponsors. They're the ones who issue the match and the pre-match and the training kits. Well, it seems that Barcelona are currently renegotiating their deal with Nike for a more favorable one that will see more money come into the club's coffers. Now, the club has not released the details of these negotiations, so hopefully we will be seeing a statement in the upcoming days that will let us know what kind of deal Barcelona will have with Nike. Now on to the news that Barcelona are not getting any closer to signing the Brazilian player Rafinha from the English club Leeds United. And because of this, Rafinha has begun to entertain and hear offers from other clubs. And it seems that one of the clubs that are most interested in him are the London-based club Arsenal. Looks like Arsenal are willing to pay around 50 million euros to Leeds United for the Brazilian winger, and that's closer to the figure that Leeds United wanted to pay. Of course, I reported about this previously, but Barcelona are only interested in paying around 40 million euros tops for Rafinha, and Leeds United are currently asking for 70 million euros. So since it seems that Arsenal are the most likely destination for Rafinha because they're willing to pay higher offer than Barcelona, and they're closer to what Leeds United are asking for. Now, of course, as I reported previously, if Barcelona cannot close the Rafinha deal, they will be interested in the Argentinian Angel Di Maria. Now, it was reported today that it seems that Angel Di Maria, while negotiating with Juventus, has asked the Italian club for a 9 million euro salary. This is of course a lot higher than what Barcelona are willing to offer him. It is reported that Barcelona are only willing to offer the Argentinian around 4 to 5 million euros. So we're going to have to keep our eye on this situation to see whether Barcelona are able to close the Rafinha deal, and if not, whether Di Maria would be willing to reduce his salary to come to Barcelona, because I don't think Barcelona would be willing to pay the 34-year-old 9 million euros for one season only. So that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me a like. Also, I invite all of you to please leave a comment down below, giving me your thoughts and opinions about all the news that I shared with you. And finally, I invite all of you to please subscribe to my channel so you can stay current on the latest news regarding FC Barcelona. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and as always, Visca Barça.